So this is the fourth video in the Nakshatra series. It's about Rohini, which is technically the second sign in Taurus, but it's the only sign that's completely in Taurus. So the sign that comes before Rohini, which is Kritika, is it's in Taurus, but it's also in Aries. Whereas the sign that comes after it, Mrigashira, is in Taurus, but it's also borders onto Gemini. So Rohini is the only sign that is completely in Taurus. It's an earth sign. Anyway, its nature is human. Its ruler is the moon, which kind of just amplifies its Taurus traits. Even though Taurus itself isn't ruled by the moon, Taurus is, the sign is, Taurus is sometimes associated with the moon in certain ways, like its glyph kind of looks like it has the crescent, and so it's kind of lunar in its own way. Its symbol is the ox cart being pulled by an ox, which represents agriculture, tilling the soil, and which in turn, making things grow, also relates to fertility. So in a more human aspect, it's related to fertility, and it's related to civilization, because agriculture was the dawn of civilization, the beginning of civilization. Its animal is a cutie snake. It's like a serpent, but only a male serpent. So it kind of has that serpenty energy. It's all slithering this way and that, and very, very wavy. It's basically all about sensual excess as relates to the fertility. And it doesn't know when to stop its fertility, so it'll just continue to be sensual to excess, and its desires will never be fulfilled. It's very, that root chakra, fulfillment of desires, love of finery and comfort, just lying on a big silk bed, heart-shaped bed, waiting forever for the lover to come by, and just likes the finer, silkier things in life, and more comfortable things. It enjoys the power of manifestation, of manifesting material things, and also, because it's so sexy and luxurious and all the rest, that also makes it kind of creative in its way. So the native people. So the native people in this nakshatra are very productive. They are, because they're so creative, kind of has the sort of repeats a little bit of the Ashwini. They can be quite stable in their minds and balanced. So same kind of thing. They when they think of things, they think of things from a global perspective, and see beyond the local, see beyond of things like race and gender and culture and the people around them, and can think of can think of the bigger picture. Now, when it comes to their desires, they can be quite stubborn. They're the kinds of people that they know what they want, they know how to get it, and they're gonna get it. They can have their expression is very very good through voice and gestures. They're very communicative in that way, and they're good at because they're good at the voice and gestures and convincing people. They're good at acting, and they have a lot of artistic talent, which is also amplified by the fact that they are so creative. And they're good at singing, and they're good at persuasion, so that makes them makes them smooth talkers and charismatic, and people want to listen to them, and people want to do what they're told to do by them. So So they're very persuasive people. They are very materialistic, and they can materialize their desires and their thoughts if they want something, whether it be material or whether it be something else. Then they're gonna get it. They're gonna know how to get it, and they're gonna persuade the right people to give it to them. They're a very romantic group of people. However, they can be kind of like an old-fashioned kind of romance, like the red heart-shaped bed and traditional. But even though they're like kind of traditional like that, they're also good learners. So they know what's going on in modern society, even though in their mind, what's going on outside in modern society is not necessarily going on inside. They don't really care. So they're always like seeking information so that they can use it. They're not so concerned with finding out the source of information or why things are the way they are. They just like to know the way things are. So they're very gifted in their mental powers, and they can use that to get what they want too. So anyway, they have large expressive eyes, which just makes you want to fall in love with them and give them the world. And they have a smiling face, which again does the same thing, makes you want to. And here's the thing: if you're ever walking down the street and you see someone whose lower lip is very, very big, kind of like they're pouting, they're most certainly a Rohini, or have something in Rohini. I have nothing in Rohini. I have very small lips, but I hope this video has been informative, and we'll see you in the next one, which is Mrigashira. Please subscribe.